It's Online Biz Real Talk today, and we have an incredible subject for you with some incredible business partners from all over the world. We have a newbie today joining us for the first time here, Uma, and we have a great subject. Our subject today is, do I have to be a pushy salesperson in order to succeed in this online business? And obviously the question to this and the answer to this is no to this question. So you don't have to be a pushy salesperson. And we're going to explain why, how this business runs for you, what you're going to be doing in this business, how you get sales, how you receive sales if you don't have to be a pushy salesperson. I know people are wondering, well, how are you going to get sales if you don't have to be a pushy salesperson? Well, we're going to go over all of that. So thank you all for joining. We do these online biz real talks to inform people of our online business opportunity, where we have all the tools, the training. We even have the affiliate company that we're affiliated with high-end products that convert into high revenue. So we have everything you could possibly need to start earning online. And you don't have to start from scratch. It's just a plug and play system, meaning all you have to do is start, run your business, and you start making money. Because we have everything possible, which is absolutely incredible. Because when I started, I had no clue where to start. And for many people out there, they don't have no clue. And it's very difficult for them trying these other businesses or Shopify or these e-commerce, and they have to build their own website and they have to choose the product, or on Amazon. This is none of those. This is something unique, and this is something where you don't have to do all the legwork. So let's get to the subject. So thank you, ladies, for joining. Thank you all for watching. If you would like to go first, Uma, if you don't mind, you can introduce yourself and we can talk a little bit about the subject, okay? So tell us where you're from and what kind of work you've done, a little bit of your background. I'm curious because we didn't get a chance to talk backstage. Tell me a little bit about yourself. And yeah, tell us about the subject. You have to be a pushy salesperson in order to succeed in this business.
Absolutely not. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to each and every one of you who's watching us live or will be watching the replay. Thank you so much for joining and thank you so much for watching. And Coach, thank you so much for having me. Greatly appreciate it. Much gratitude. My name is Uma and I live in New York, New Jersey area with my husband and my daughter. Little background about me. I came to this country when I was 11 years old with my parents and my siblings. I did all of my schooling here. I did my bachelor's and my master's. I got my master's in counseling in higher education. So I work in the school system as a student assistance coordinator for past 18 years. Before that, for about 5 years, I worked in a hospital setting. I think I just gave away my age, guys, by giving you the numbers, but so it's all good. It's all good. So what I do in the school system is, again, in mental health field, I help students and their families with any kind of mental health issues that they're having. I set up counseling, I provide counseling, all sorts of things. So that's a little bit of my day-to-day work life. I call myself a softball mom because I have a teenager who loves to play softball. So I'm a softball mom. So again, thank you for having me and watching me. Really appreciate it. And
Thank you. Yeah, that's awesome.
thank you.
So where are you from originally?
India.
Oh, you're from India. Beautiful.
I
What part?
was I was born in India, closer to Bombay. I say Bombay because people usually know where Bombay is. So
Yeah,
very close
yeah,
to Bombay.
beautiful. I love it there. Yeah, I haven't visited, but yeah, I've seen. I have a business partner from India, and he showed me quite a few places there, just
Oh yeah,
online. And obviously, it's just
gorgeous,
yeah,
gorgeous.
one day, traveling all over. So
Absolutely.
yeah, tell us a little bit about the subject. So tell us, do
So,
you have to be a pushy salesperson? What is your experience so far in this
oh my
business?
God. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Guys, this is attraction marketing business, and that's all there is. So we attract people. People are attracted to this business. It's the lifestyle. Lifestyle of wanting to work from home 1 to 3 hours a day, being your own boss. You know, this business gives us and provides us the unlimited earning potential. You can take this business as far as you like. I love the detailed video based training that this business gives us. My husband and my daughter, we were just away in the month of August. We were traveling to Japan and South Korea. Well, guess what? The business was still running in the background. How? And well, because of the automated system that does all the heavy lifting for us. It's like 90% of the work is already done for us. All we have to do is plug in the 10%. So I was still running the business while being on vacation, enjoying and having an amazing time. You know, um, we don't sell any products. This business is legal and taxable. And on top of it, you don't need to have any experience. There's no experience needed. I mean, I am not a technology savvy person at all, but being in this business, starting in this business has taught me so much. I learned so much from the video based training. You can go back and forth as many times as you like. So, again, the freedom and the flexibility that this business gives is amazing. I mean, I work full time, but because of this business, I no longer need to work after school or in the summer. This was my first official summer off, guys. So we were able to travel. We were able to see the part of the world. It's such an amazing experience, when you can be your own boss, you don't have to worry about asking for a day off, asking for a week off or 2 weeks off. You make your own schedule. You work on your own schedule. You can work from anywhere. You can work from your backyard. You can work from the beach. You can, as long as you have your phone or your Chromebook or a computer and you have the internet Wi Fi, you're all set. You're all set to go. So it's the lifestyle. I love it. I love it. And I believe in it so much and truly am so grateful for this business opportunity. Just completely changed my life. So that's a little bit of my background and information. And again, you do not have to be a pushy salesperson to succeed in this business. Absolutely not. People will be attracted to you. People come and ask me, what are you doing differently? You look so happy. You're traveling all the time. What's going on? Where are you going? How are you, managing all this? How are you working? You said you're working from you know, while you're away. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's all because of this digital business. So if I can do it, so can you. There you have it.
Thank you, beautiful. So tell me how long you've been in the business for.
So I started this business last year in December. My sister actually introduced me to it. So I'm so grateful to her.
Oh, I have two sisters in this business too.
Yeah,
They
that's
were really
awesome.
they were really skeptical. And
Yeah,
yeah, I remember my one sister, she kept saying, because when I first started, I knew how much money, like this completely is a gold mine. And
yeah,
when I first started, I was thinking, okay, I got to get my sisters in on it because my sisters are like, they're constantly hustling in Toronto. That's where I'm from. That's where I'm originally from. Like I was born in the US, but Toronto is like our main, that's the place where all of my family. And I've always got back together. No matter where we moved, we always went back to Toronto. That's where my dad and all his family was from. So anyhow, the rat race, the
Yeah.
hustle and bustle. I wanted to get my sisters out of it. I'm like, look, there's so much money in this business. You guys got to start. And
Yeah.
like, sure, it's an MLM. What do you get from it? Sure, she's bothering us with the business again. We don't want to hear it. They would just like tell me off blunt. They're my sisters, right? So I'm like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, you should start. I'm telling my sister Bonnie. She's like, yeah, sure. When you make 20,000, let me know. I'm like, sure. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, guess what? I made my first 20,000. He's like, did you? Okay, when you make 100,000, let me know. So I'm like, forget you. So then they see me move into this like $3 million home in Kelowna. And they all seen the difference. Well, first my sister started to see I bought an Escalade and I paid off um all my debts and everything. Then she started. And then my other sister that I kept bugging, my sister Bonnie, she seen me excel even further and move to West Kelowna and change my life. She was like, okay, I want to get started. So people see the change in you
Yeah.
and they like, okay, I want to see what you're doing now. I guess it's not AML, it's not a pyramid scheme, it's working, it's been doing it since years. And so it's amazing.
It
We have
is
Mohammed.
absolutely.
Amen. So we have Mohammed saying, great jobs. Thank you, Mohammed. That's one of our business partners. He's the famous Muhammad Ali. Got
Thank
the
you for
same name like a
watching.
famous boxer. Yeah. Well, thank you, Umar. God bless you. So let's go now to Lian. Lian, why don't you introduce yourself for us and tell us a little bit about the subject? Tell us a little bit about your background. What kind
Oh,
of work you've done, and how long you've been in business for.
okay. Okay, I'm Lian. I'm originally from Singapore. I married my husband, so I came over here about 13 years ago. So now I'm a mother of two, a boy and a girl, and a stay-at-home mother, plus of course a digital entrepreneur. So before I came to Canada, I was working full time, civil servant, but working very very long hours doing my job. I was telling them, oh, like more than 8 hours a day. When this peak period is real peak period, go home very late, um, and then you, of course, being maybe because I have a higher educational level, so there's no such thing as overtime. You just got to finish your work. So it doesn't matter how late you are. The boss only wants to see you get the work done. That's it. So pretty stressful because actually when my later part I have to get prepared when you go for parliament. We have to help do some statistics and stuff. So after I came out here, I said, hey, I want to take a break. Also, when I was pregnant, I said, okay, I want to also witness my children's milestones. That's why I didn't do any work here. Plus the fact, frankly, because it's quite difficult, I find, to get the Canadian companies here to recognize my experience back home. Somehow they don't really recognize. You need to take some courses, etc. So I thought, okay, might as well stay at home because whatever job I get out there is all going to go to daycare. So might as well look after them. So after a while, when I was here, my students started schooling. I said, hey, it's time for me to look for a job. And frankly, at that point of time, when I was looking for a job, I fell and had a fracture. And that was when I sat down and look at stuff and saw this opportunity. So I said, hey, I can still be at home and I can earn money. Why not? And most important of all, the training. Obviously, the training. Because even if you give me all this stuff, thing, no training, nothing, nobody to guide me, I will still not take this step because I don't know how to be an entrepreneur. Never in my life have I imagined to be an entrepreneur. It never came across my mind. It's always work for someone. Probably because the education that we receive always teach you to work for someone. So yeah, so this business is so good because of training. I dare to do all these steps. Yeah, and then also one thing, I don't like to sell things. I keep saying I will not do sales. No, 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 no. If it's sales, okay, you leave me out. I don't like to do it. Yeah, so that's why if you ask me, do I have to be a pushy salesperson to do this business? No, of course not. If I had to be a salesperson, first thing I'm out. Because there was one reason why I joined. I don't need to push anybody. I don't need to sell anything. Of course, there's product involved, but we're not selling products. Like Uma said, we are selling, sharing more of a lifestyle. So when you're very happy with what you do, of course, you will share with your friends. If you don't want to share with friends, perfectly fine. Because like Uma said, we are not salesperson. Georgia said, we are not salesperson. There's training to tell us how to market ourselves, how to go on platforms to share. So that's how we do it. And that Uma said, is attraction marketing. So when you show up yourself out there on those different platforms, people see what you're doing, people get attracted, and then they will look for you. You don't look for them, they come looking for you. That's how we do this business. So do I have to be a pushy salesperson? No. Don't even say pushy. Do I have to be a salesperson? No. Once you the minute you tell me sales, out I go. Okay, that's back to you, Georgia.
Thank you, beautiful. I love your humor and your smile. And I can tell your kindness and your demeanor. And, I can obviously just imagine, your boss and everybody just trying to overload you and take advantage. And here, just do this and do that. And you just being kind and doing it. And sometimes people take our kindness for weakness, right? And we're not stupid. We know what you're doing. We're just kind, right? And I've been through that a lot, because I see myself in you. And, I pulled myself away from a lot of people and places that just took advantage, and I didn't receive much in return. And this is why I love this business, because as much as you put into it, you're going to get out. And you're building your own empire. You're building your own business. You're building your own money, more and more and more. And it's never going to go down. You're only going to get more and more and more. So I have a huge announcement too. I literally got paid yesterday. I got my checks in the mail. My business partner sent me the checks, and I just seemed like such a huge payday. And I got paid from my coaches, just doing my coaching calls, and it was like over 10K in just one day. And I think it was 10 checks, 10 or 11 checks, and the coaches, it was like I think like 600 US, and it was like 790 Canadian. I was like, hard work pays off. It was 2 sales, ladies, 2 sales, and it was like 9.3K for 2 sales. How do you ever hear that, guys? And I was telling my kids, I was showing my kids that, and they're like, wow, really? I'm like, yes, just think about this, guys. For my daughter that complained, I don't want to work on the online business. I'm like, Meadow, where else are you going to make that much? Over 9K with 2 sales, Meadow. That took me a couple of hours, not even. Okay, you can do it. Okay, if anybody out there is wanting something legit and you don't have to bug people, when we say you don't have to sell products, we're talking about you don't have to go online and be like, buy my product, or go door to door. But there's products involved. People will see your ad and they'll buy products. There is products involved. So thank you, Leanne. And this is why, everything that you go through in life, or there's always something in store. Like I see this a lot, and maybe some people don't believe it, but you should believe it. God has a perfect plan for us, right? The universe has a perfect plan. It's you don't have to be religious to understand that. Like you're going through life, and maybe you're going to go through some hard times, but everything is being done perfectly. You just got to keep your head up, stay positive, and don't become, so bitter. But also learn, we have a memory for a reason, right? We learn, what's going to hurt us and what that experience was, and so let's just keep going forward. And this business has changed so many people's lives, and it's helping us to move forward in life, to actually have hope and to have time with our family. So thank you, Lian. Rita, how are you, girl? Maybe habla español for us. It's not Spanish online biz talk, but you could speak in Spanish if you want afterwards. But why don't you introduce yourself a little bit in English? Tell us a little bit about the subject. Tell us what kind of work you're doing, where you're from. It's my neighbor here. Thanks, girl.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for having me once again, Coach Georgia. And thanks to Uma. I'm so glad to see you here. Okay. I've been here for so many times, but this is my first time of seeing you here. So welcome to the live show. And Miss Lian, thank you for having me also. And well, my name is Rita, just like Uma does not know who I am exactly. Okay, my name is Rita. I'm from Nigeria, but I've been in Spain for almost 20 years. Okay, I work as I work for one of the best banks in Spain. That is Bank Santander. Okay, I work for that bank as a telephone agent. Okay, so I speak in Spanish. I studied here in Spain. I studied business admin. Okay, I have diploma in business admin. So I started this business just because I want to leave my comfort zone, as I always say. Okay. And back to the question, I don't want to take too much of your time, Miss Georgia, because most of my business partners have said a lot. So all I just want to add is just little, because what you said is what I've been thinking. So I just want to add and make people know that what you're saying is what is really happening. Okay. I just want to add that even if you are not going to be a pushy sales, okay? You are not going to be a pushy salesperson in this business, because this business does not permit you to be that. All you need to know is you have to have the positive mindset. That is all I just want to add, okay? If you have the positive mindset, that is part of your sale, okay? My colleagues have already said it. You have the attraction marketing. Okay, we are the attraction marketing. So along with your attraction marketing, for your attraction marketing to work very well, you have the positive mindset. That is the only thing I want to add. Yeah, exactly. Just like in my showing. Okay, the power. Okay, secret. How is that? That will be. Okay, yeah, exactly. I don't know if you guys are seeing the book right now. So exactly what it's saying. Okay, for you to be successful, okay, you need to have that positive mindset. And after that, you will see how these sales will be coming. How the coach already said it. You will see how people will be asking you, what do you do? Why are you so happy on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, or whatever it is? What is it that you do exactly? I want to know. That is how it is. That is what this business is all about. So you don't have to be bugging people all the time. Hey, you need to do this. You need to tell me that you're interested. You need to pay for this. You need to sell this. You need to buy this product, and on and on. No, we do not do that. That is not part of our job. That is not part of what this online business is all about. No. You just have to be you. You have to have your own mindset. You have to be persistent, just like Ms. Lian normally say, okay? Be persistent and be perseverance about your business. And when you see that, when you have that mindset, when you have that feelings, you will see how beautiful the business will be for you. I'm having great time with this business. Even in this business, I've never been this way before. This business took out a lot of things that I've never seen in my life, that I've never seen that I would be capable to do. I will be capable to become. This business took that part of me. So it's a very great experience. To those hearing right now, I would suggest just take that leap of faith. And to my coach, I will leave the phone for you right now. Thank you once again for having me.
Thank you, beautiful. Did you want to say anything in Spanish? I'm still going to put you on the spot. Why don't you reiterate a few things in Spanish for us? We have a lot of Spanish viewers.
Bueno, pues muchas gracias de nuevo. Bueno, pues no sé si mis compañeras ya me entienden el español, pero si no me entienden, seguramente el coach me entiende correctamente el español. Pues para todos los oyentes, pues es simplemente añadir un poquito de lo que he dicho en inglés. Pues el tema de hoy es simplemente saber si tengo que ser una vendedora persistente en mi negocio. Pues eso no es posible, porque nuestro negocio no nos permite hacer eso, incluso si queremos hacerlo, el negocio no nos permite, porque el negocio ya nos pone todas las herramientas más fáciles para nosotros. No necesitamos ser un vendedor o una vendedora persistente. Tenemos un sistema automatizado, porque como llevamos diciéndolo en cada conferencia, pues nuestro sistema automatizado ya trabaja para nosotros. Lo único que tenemos que hacer, lo único que tenemos que hacer es simplemente tener la mentalidad positiva. Si tenemos la mentalidad positiva, este negocio ya nos resulta más fácil, nos resulta más llevadero, porque nuestra mentalidad nos deja ser nosotros mismos, nos deja ser esa parte, nos saca de nuestra zona de confort que nosotros queríamos salir y luego nos saca la buena parte de nosotros que no sabíamos, que no conocíamos nunca. Entonces, no necesitamos ser muy persistentes, solamente ser nosotros mismos y dejarnos llevar en este negocio. Dejarnos llevar en el sentido de que ser feliz, tener la mentalidad positiva, ser muy persistente en nuestro negocio, contar, pensar en el por qué hemos empezado este negocio y también pensar en los resultados, porque hay muchísima gente que ha tenido un resultado positivo, justo lo que estaba diciendo nuestra coach hoy, por los cheques que ha recibido ayer. Esa es parte del resultado a lo que me refiero de este negocio, porque hay un negocio que hay algunos que lo hacen que no ven los resultados suficientes, pero este negocio no es así. Es un negocio que compromete, si lo que promete es lo que nos trae y nosotros vemos lo que nos promete y ese compromiso lo lleva a cabo. Así que no tenemos que hacer muy persistente, no tenemos que estar insistiendo con la gente, tienes que comprar esto, tienes que darte de alta en este negocio. No, porque tenemos un sistema digital. Es como nos lo dice nuestra compañera que no está aquí ahora, la señora Jasmine, que siempre dice, tenemos una ayudante digital. Pues esta ayudante digital pues nos ayuda muchísimo a llevar este negocio a un puerto llevadero que nosotros mismos nos sorprende y nos hace feliz aún más. Pues no voy a insistir más porque mis compañeros lo han dicho, mis compañeras también lo han dicho todo, pero simplemente confirmar con ellos que todo lo que han dicho efectivamente es lo que hace este negocio. Y sobre todo tener la mente positiva. Pues nada más, Coach Georgia, muchísimas gracias por dejarme hablar en español.
Thank you, beautiful. That was wonderful. It's just a song to listen to you. And you're so beautiful while you're speaking. One thing I want to say is, I understood, everything that you were saying, most of it. You're right. You don't have to be persistent and bug people to buy. But what I would like to say on the other hand, in your business, be persistent. Be persistent in working on your business. Because maybe you don't have to, I'm totally like that. Like, I don't like the nervousness of making somebody buy in, or people come to me all the time trying to make me buy things. And it's like, don't you feel uncomfortable? Or I get like bombarded from each social media account with 3-4 private messages a day. Want to do this, want to do that, want to do this. Oh, it's like, oh my goodness. It's even like a guy asking you out on a date or bugging, like, go away. I don't know how to even put it. It's just like, how could you be so brave? Or why don't you feel uncomfortable doing these things? Like, I know I would. So it's like you feel so, it wraps like a nervousness knot in your stomach. And it's like, I feel like that causes sicknesses too. It's like, you're always on edge, you're always trying to be that pushy salesperson. I don't want to be that. I never want to be that. But let me tell you something, what I am. I'm persistent on coaching my people, riling them up, getting these girls together. Let's do an ad. Let's do a live. Let's do this. Let me help you with this. Let me help you with that. Backstage, I was giving the ladies some tips before Lian came. Now you can hear Lian. And I was giving them tips. I'm like, okay, in our team, the key cornerstone is us doing lives. The key cornerstone is me helping them with their ads, is me making one ad, okay, and giving it to everybody. Okay. Is it not many coaches do that in our community? I do that. And I said, that is our key cornerstone. If you girls who want to help people, do that. Okay. Make an ad that you would make for yourself and let everybody use that ad, that free ad. Okay. Because you're going to see your business partners getting buyers, and you're going to get buyers too from your ad. So there's a lot of things that I do, and I'm consistent and persistent in continuously working on my business, and then you get the results. You get your 10K, you get your 17K paydays. That was what my son was asking, because I told him last night. I'm like, I was calling them because I always call them like all to the room. So it's like a family meeting. So they think it's something real serious. So I do that often. Like when I have surprises or something, I'm like, kids, come here, Mikey Meadow. They're like, what? I'm like, come here, come here. I'm like, look at the calculator. What does it say on there? They're like 9,300 some dollars. And my daughter's like, I don't want to mess up, because she's real bad with like commas and things and stuff. She has a hard time with math. Art and other things, she's real good. Mikey's good with math. So I'm like, yes, you were right. It says that much. I'm like, I made that much. They're like, really? And my son's like, how much do you make? What was your biggest payday? And I was like, 17K. I'm like, that was my biggest payday. And like, we're going to do even better. And it's like hard work pays off. Like, and I always say too, to get your kids involved. We talked a lot about this. If anybody's watching right now and you are on my page or on one of my business partners' page, you can watch the previous live. And we talked, my son was on there, and we said a family could help you with this business. And we talked a lot about getting your family involved in your life, in the business, just to do little tasks around the house so you can have more time in the business. If you have children, if you have a sister or a brother-in-law or brother, sister-in-law, anybody at home with you in the family, or your mom, your dad, that could help do a little chores, do a little bit around the house so you can have more time. Or you could put your teenager that's real tech savvy to help you with the business. That's how we make it a lot, because I'm a mom of 5. And people wonder, how do I, work with this business, my 5 kids? I have them in all these special little activities. We go to church, we go to the beach, do all these things, everything, work hard on our bodies, eat healthy. How do we do it all? Well, we work together. Okay, don't let the world nowadays make you feel like you're doing child labor, or you're teaching your kids, you're forcing your kids, blah, blah, blah. Because back in the day when they did used to do these kids were healthier, these kids' minds were better. They wasn't on the phone all day. They wasn't feeling depressed or upset with themselves. So that way you can spend time with your children and get them, active, get their brains active, get them to also learn normal life skills like cooking, cleaning your own bathroom, washing your laundry. We have to teach our kids these skills, so when they do get older and move out, they know these things, right? And being an online business owner has definitely given me back my time to do these things for the children, to teach them my morals, to teach them, my beliefs, my Christianity, whatever the case may be, help them in their music, in their soccer, in their art, learning them online in their schooling, whatever the case may be. If you have a goal, you can make it happen. Okay, just put some effort into it, involve your family. And if you are single and you don't have family, literally, you got all the time in the world. So work with it before you get that family. Enjoy that peace. Enjoy that long shower. Enjoy that walk outside. And sit at that bench and work on your phone, because your whole life is about to change in a relationship or with children. So I would say that, like, all my business partners who are single and everything, and I see I'm working harder than them with more time, I'm like, you have to find time, okay? Don't go on YouTube, forget drinking, forget going out, because if you work on your life right now, if you put that time into this, you're going to be able to retire at 30, at 25. Do you know how many young people I see in our online business community and people I help that are in their 20s? I have so many business partners from Kelowna, and they're so young, and they don't work anymore. This is all they do. Okay, Angela, my business partner, she made 20K in 1 week from just free ads. Just, the way I showed you girls, when I was talking to Rita and Uma backstage, free posts. I taught her how to do these things. Then she just started doing them. She was really shy before to post things like on her social media accounts or wherever. Now she's not, and she's a stay-at-home mom right now. She had her baby. She's a new mom. So, and in her early 20s. So if we can do it, so can you. And I guess I'll go a little bit over before we end, and I'll introduce myself. So I'm Georgia. I'm a president, CEO, I'm a coach. I'm here in beautiful Barcelona. I'm not far from Rita. I absolutely love it here. It's a total dream. It's such a romantic, beautiful country. Like all of the beauty, all of the architectural work. The food is absolutely amazing. Yeah, I really, really love it. And people are very in tune here, like what you're feeling. It's very, a feeling culture and everyone's passionate about things. So I love that here. And I'm European and I never been to Europe. I never been to my, you know, I would say area. And I love it. And I see what I was missing in Canada, right? Because I was always the odd one out loud and up late and kids are, you know, I don't know, they're European kids. But yeah, so I love it here. And I'm from Kelowna, West Kelowna, BC. And like I said, I grew up in Toronto. Before I had a brick and mortar business in Toronto, Ontario. I moved out of Toronto to have a more better, calmer life, to be in BC, Kamloops, BC. And everything failed. My business failed. I changed things. And then I became in debt. And then this business fell into my lap during a time where I wanted to get a mortgage and I want change. And I was trying to, fix my life. And I was like, oh my goodness, all the years I worked so hard, I have nothing to show for it. Couldn't even get a mortgage. I'm in debt. And then this business fell in my lap. I was so amazed. I was so, just like I was saying about my sisters, like as soon as I found the business, I was trying to tell my family, I'm like, look, you guys got to get into this. This is a lot of money. I don't understand. How come I never seen this before? So I took this business and I literally worked it as much as I can with the little time I had, because my babies were only 2 at the time, my twins. So, and I had a very skeptical spouse. So I only worked like an hour or an hour every other day, and I still was making money. I still was making, I remember my first paycheck was $106. And then I started to make, 1,200. And then I started to go higher. And then the more time I put into it, the more I made. And I remember making my first, I had it on my mirror. Every day I'd read it. And I said, I'm grateful for making 21K in 1 month. And I remember making that. And I got all my kids to read it out in our online business community. Yeah. I was like, can you guys tell me, each number of what I made? Because there was 5 numbers, right, in that what I made. And I have 5 kids, so each one said the number. That was a huge milestone for me. And I became a coach also. And ever since then, I've just been, working on my dreams now. So I have my income coming in, but now I'm still working on it. And I'm also working on my dreams. Like my son is in soccer, working to get him into professional soccer. And that's one of the main reasons why we're here. There's a lot of amazing things going on. And I never had to be a pushy salesperson. I never had to bug people. I never had to reach out to people. In fact, people reach out to me and people are ready to buy. I just literally, I have all these chats that I have to get back to afterwards. And it's people telling me, how they want to buy the product, which way they want to pay for it, and this and that. They send a contract, blah, 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 all these things. So as soon as I'm done, I have a whole lot of work to do on signing contracts. And that's amazing. And these are for all my business partners, by the way. So I'm helping so many people all around the world to make money. And when you get lost in helping people, all of a sudden success has come your way, because God works in mysterious ways. And if you have a goal and your goal is to do with helping people, like if you want to get started in this business and you want to help your mom or you want to help your kids through college or whatever, you're going to see how it happens. So our automated system is going to run for you. That's how you don't have to be a pushy salesperson. To get technical, when you literally watch our free workshop, you're going to have the ability to sign up. And our free workshop is going to tell you the 3 pillars to this business. And it's literally having the perfect product, having the automated system, the right click funnels, everything, and having the support. Okay, and I know they described a whole lot more. I hosted that. You're going to add your name and email to our websites. You'll be taken to the workshop replay right away. And you'll see me hosting and see everything that you need to see. So once somebody comes into the business, we build their website and we attach a automated sales system. We pretty much call it that. Okay, it's an email campaign. It's our automated system that's connected to your website. So when somebody sees your ad, they click on it. You're going to be advertising in the online world, whatever social media platform you want. And when somebody clicks on your ad, your advertising, they're literally walked through the whole buying process. They're getting emailed for 45 days straight over the course of 80 emails that's telling them and reminding them of the product to buy in. And then when they do buy in, boom, your sale gets cut from one of our coaches because they are high-end products that convert into high revenue. Okay, we have to make sure these transactions are secure also. So we have coaches that have been literally trained and making sure everything's done securely. And then boom, you get a check in the mail or you get direct deposit. So Rita gets direct deposit, Lian and Uma gets checks in the mail, and so do I, because my business is still registered in Canada. But if I wanted to, I could register it here in Spain. I can do whatever I want with my business. It's absolutely incredible. Okay, so we have somebody saying, what is the topic? Super. From YouTube. The topic is, do I have to be a pushy salesperson? And no, you do not have to be. Oh, we have Delia. Hi, beautiful ladies. You all are incredible in this biz. Keep going and treat this business as your baby, right? She knows, because the only way to success is to go above and beyond. Amen. She is totally me. That's my business partner and mentor and coach. And she knows it, because if you treat this like a hobby and you work on it like 10 minutes a day, or 1 week you let go by, and then think about it, working out. That's the way I see it as. Like, if you're working on your body and you go into the gym and you go once a week or 10 minutes one day, you're not going to see much results. But if you're consistent and you work, say, 3 times a week for an hour or 2, you're going to see a big difference in your body, just like you will see in this business. But the thing is this business, oh, Paulo, what a nice surprise. How are you?
I'm literally I just woke up. So
Oh, you woke up?
yeah, I
Well,
saw you guys on. I'm like, I'm gonna jump on because this is a really good topic.
oh yeah. What time is it there right now?
It's 8:05 a.m. So
Oh, awesome. Based in Australia.
yeah, so and it's pouring out right now. So I'm like, I don't want to leave just yet to go out and do
Really? Okay, so how do you have such a good tan if it's pouring and you've been complaining of weather?
This is residual from Vancouver. So
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for joining. I was just saying that, if you treat this business, like a baby, like Delia was saying, and you keep working on it just like you work at your body, that. Me and you talk all about working out. And if you work on your body 2-3 hours, 3 times a week, you're going to see improvement. But if you work on this business 2-3 hours, it's going to be a whole lot quicker to see results in the online world than it is in the offline world, because you're really like advertised to billions of people all around the world. But Paulo, the floor is yours. We were wrapping up, but now we're gonna, stay tuned. So why don't you introduce yourself? Yeah,
I was like,
introduce yourself.
yeah, I hope they don't end. So I was like trying to rush, but yeah, I guess the topic is, do I have to be a pushy salesperson? I know Georgia just mentioned a whole bunch of stuff, but the answer is no. I'm gonna probably be repeating myself because if I had to be a pushy salesperson, I wouldn't be in this business. I've just got a busy life. I work as a full-time nurse. So my background, I grew up in the Philippines. Sorry, I was born in the Philippines, grew up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and currently in Vancouver, British Columbia. I've been nursing for over 2 decades now, and I burnt out in my career and was looking for something different. And I started this business 6 years ago, and I'm glad I jumped into it. And I was able to do it because I didn't have to be networking, setting up parties, and bugging family and friends. And so that's why I still have continued in this business. And just to add to just what George was mentioning about consistency. So even though I'm in Sydney, I'm just not vacationing. I'm actually leveraging the fact that I'm here. So I have my phone. We all have our phones. So what I was doing yesterday, I was out in Bondi Beach, and I was videotaping everything, taking pictures. I even did a video ad out there as well, just because I'm not going to be able to get that scenery again. And I find a lot of times when I do my ads, people really pay attention to the background of where I'm at. And so, so that's why I was like, I'm going to take a video out there. And even though people were watching, I still did it anyways. It was windy as hell. There's birds everywhere, but I still did it. And then with the story features as well, like with being consistent, I've been posting just like pictures of me just sightseeing around Sydney. But then I've also been hashtagging Sydney and Sydney, Australia, just so that people can start following me as well, because that's ways for me to get actually free organic leads and people to follow me on my Instagram page, Facebook page, TikTok, etc. So so sorry, I'm veering off of the topic, but no, you don't have to be a pushy salesperson. And the fact that a lot of us are all using social media. We have our phones, and this is honestly the best system I've ever come across. Because I did something before where I was in a MLM vacation thing, and I had to go bug people all the time. My mentor there said, write down a list of people that you know, and talk to at least 2 or 3 people every day. But then that list ended pretty quickly, and I was like, who else do I need to talk to? And so that's the beauty of our system, the whole automation, and us teaching you attraction marketing within our training system, where people, you don't have to bug people. They come to you with the paid ads that you put out. The paid ads are the free ads that you put out on social media. So that's sort of the gist of it. And if you want to know more about our system, just check out the informational webinar, start from there, and then reach out to any of us that you see here on the replay, and ask questions away. And George, I'm not sure if you talked about the Earn Online Academy at all. Did you?
Not yet. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So if you haven't joined our Earn Online Academy, it's our private Facebook group, and you have to have a Facebook account first. But just reach out to us and say that you want to be added into it. And it's a private group that we created that consists of frequently asked question videos that we get as mentors and coaches. So that will help you do your due diligence to look more into this business. So yeah, that's it for me, Georgia. I'll pass it back to you.
Well, thank you for the lovely surprise on popping in. Yeah, I absolutely love your journey. I love watching all of your videos. I love that this business has given you like a piece of happiness. I could tell, like it gives you your freedom. You have a hobby, you know, you're a perfectionist with your videos and everything, and it's doing absolutely incredible, and your success is growing and growing and growing, and you're getting buyers, and you're seeing your success grow. You're seeing that the time that you put into your business, it's working, and you're helping so many people at the same time. Like there's so many people that you're mentoring, and that you're giving your time to so many of us, and without any beneficial financial benefits. You're just doing it from the kindness of your heart, which is absolutely incredible. But mind you, all his business partners, you know, he's helping, he's coaching. He gets rewarded in so many ways, and that's the thing in our online business community. You know, something changes within you, and you have that special support. You have that community. You have that love. You have that push. You have that support that you can't get anywhere else. And I've been around the world, like the song, been around the world, and I can't see anything like this. And you can go to the most wealthiest shop in the world, and I'm here in Spain or in Canada or in Toronto or in the US, and you don't see support, you don't see love, you don't see passion, you don't see consideration the way you see in our beautiful community. You feel welcomed and you feel at home. Doesn't matter what nationality, what age, what degree you have. You feel at home, okay? Nobody judges you, and people help and support you. No question is too small or stupid. Everything is literally, you know, there for you and handed to you. So we have Mohammed Abu saying, what's the availability to join the call? So Mohammed, if you have seen the workshop, I'm going to message you soon here. And if you haven't seen my workshop yet, you're going to click the link, because if you see my topic, you click that link underneath the topic and you add your name and your email, and then you're going to be taken to the workshop right away. So, and then that will literally give you the ability to book your call with me as a coach, and I'll help you get started. So you have to watch that free workshop first. But yeah, anybody who's watching right now, if you see our links up top, it's www dot, and it's maybe, you know, blue, highlighted in blue. If you see it, click on that and add your name and your email so you can be taken to the free workshop that I hosted. And then from there, you'll be able to have access to everything and your next steps. Okay, but you're going to see everything first. You're going to see, like I said, the 3 pillars. You're going to see everything we're going to help you get started with and what you're going to receive. And then once you get started, you get your little training videos, and then you book your call with us as a coach. So me, I would be your coach, or Paulo, and then the ladies, they'd be your mentor. So it depends on who you get started with. If you don't see any link above, just message that person and say you want to watch the free workshop and they'll send it to you. And if you see this on one of my business partners pages, it means they have been trained to mentor or coach you to get started. So have faith in them. They're going to get you started. So thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Did anybody want to add anything before we end? No, you're good. Well, thank you all. God bless you. Thank you for sharing your stories. Thank you, Uma, for your first time coming on. Thank all of you for coming on again. God bless you for your precious time. And thank you, Super Cop Mohammed and other Muhammad Ali, for your beautiful messages and questions. And Delia, love you. See you all on the other side. Don't forget to click that link, add your name and email, watch that workshop. You will not be disappointed like I wasn't disappointed 4.5 years ago. And look at me, my whole life has literally changed. This beautiful home, that beautiful child over there laying like I'm grateful for my life. So if I could do it, mom of five, only 7th grade education, so can you. Just have faith and be persistent on your goals, but you don't have to be a pushy salesperson in Rita's words. Bye.